Hey, what's up guys, I'm just going to show you how to kill Ogress Champions. Now these have got an 80% chance to drop gold charms, 4% chance to drop green charms, 3% for crimson and 1% for blue. So they're extremely good for gold charms. They're also only level 99, so they're not that hard to kill. They give 352 XP per kill and 117 Constitution XP. They give, if you're on a Slayer task, they give 87 XP per kill. They're weak to slash, so a whip or a dragon weapon of some kind is perfect. A bone crusher is recommended because they drop big bones every kill. The only good drops they've got are hard clues and effigies, but they also drop ogre clubs and iron spears, but they're not worth anything at all. If you've done as a first resort, you can actually make a fair bit of money while killing these because you can get to a bank right next to it. There's also a shop which sells raw beef for 59 and it's actually worth about 300. Okay, so now this is my recommended equipment and inventory setup for approximately level 100 to 110. If you're lower level, just use dragon or rune stuff, and if you're higher level, then obviously you can just use bandos, stuff like that. So now in my helmet I've got a helm of Nezanot. Anything that boosts strength or just defense is fine. Amulet of Fury replaced by a Glory if you don't have one. I've got Fire Cape, just use a normal cape if you don't have one. An Abyssal Whip, but of course replaced by D-Skim or D-Long. Tool Rags, Rune Dragon Defender can be replaced with any kind of defender or any shield which gives good defensive bonuses. Ring of Wealth to increase chance of clue scrolls. Dragon Boots and a regen bracelet should be replaced with Barrow's gloves or the Dominion Tower gloves. Now for the inventory I've got a ring of dueling, that's just for teleporting to where they are. I've also got a superset, you should probably bring 4 doses, and a bit strange but I do have a rune hatchet and I'm going to show you why I've got that in a second. I've also got the rest just filled with monkfish because they've got no good drops. I've just left 4 spots for the charms that they're going to drop. This is a prayer setup which I recommend for anyone who is low level or high level. I've just replaced my Dragon Defender and Whip with a God Sword because it gives +8 bonus. Of course you don't have to do that, you can just use a Whip and Defender. I got a Slayer Helm in case you're on a Slayer task, a Black Mask if you don't have a Slayer Helm, and just Proselyte, which is prayer armor. I'm using a mixture of the 2 armor sets that I just showed, and I'm going to use my ring to teleport to number 3, Mobilizing Armies Command Center. It's just next to where I was, and you can go to the bank if you want and deposit the ring of dueling, but you don't have to. You can keep it on you if you want to do fast bank trips. If you're planning on using this axe sword, I'm going to show you what it does. You can also use the Spirit Tree, which there's another one in the Grand Exchange. Just teleport to Mobilizing Armies using it. Now, I'm using the prayer setup, so you're going to want to set your quick prayers to protect from melee and piety, or if you don't have piety then maybe attack or strength. Now as soon as you come to this first Ogress Champion, just straight east of where the bank is, you want to kill this first one just here. Now the second one is just over there, and while they might seem quite far apart, the spawn isn't actually too far apart. This one spawns about here, that one spawns about over there. It's probably going to drop a gold charm. Didn't quite see it, but I will collect that when I go back over there in just a second. Now while I'm attacking these eucalyptus logs are actually worth about 600 each, so if you want you can come here and you can do some craziness. Most things will get stuck around the trees, but as you can see I'm just cutting down some eucalyptus logs while I'm waiting for the other one to spawn just over here. So, and then because they get a large amount of XP, you need 68, I believe, no sorry, 58 woodcutting and 58 fire making to light and burn them. So while you're in a fight you can just drop them, and then as soon as you've killed it you can just, oh sorry, I should have turned my prayer off while I was woodcutting just back there. You can just light them. Now there is a fair amount of aggressive stuff around here, but almost everything in this area also has a good charm drop rate. Most of the, and they're pretty much all gold charm droppers as well. So ogresses have got I think approximately 50% chance, maybe 60, might be a bit lower, might be 40, but it's still a good chance. So you can kill those or you can chop down the logs, or you can do a bit of both. Eventually after you've been here for a while they will stop being aggressive, so you can cut down the logs much more efficiently. Or what you can do is between kills you can chop down the logs, and because they're worth such a large amount you can take them to the bank just over there. And for a slightly faster bank trip, if you grab 2 of them and then you just do that and then you just push 3, it'll teleport you straight back to the bank, so you're right next to it, and then you can just walk over, bank the eucalyptus logs that you've just collected and make a small profit. Okay, so this is the inventory setup for range. There is a safe spot way over to the east. I'm going to show you where that is. So basically what I've got here is a Ceradomin coif, but you can take pretty much anything in this stuff that gives you plus range bonus is good. So I've got an amulet of range in, an accumulator which is kind of important. You can take any version of the accumulator. Broad tip bolt, Zami's book, Carol's, but of course a dragon hide of any kind, rune crossbow, regen brace, snakeskin boots, and a ring of wealth. But for my inventory I've got a teleport to get there, some ranging potions. You only really need 1 ranging potion. If you've done the quest as a first resort you can get to a bank right next to it, so you only really need to take supplies for a quick trip. I've also got a rune hatchet in case I want to chop down some eucalyptus logs, because there is only 1 spawn over there, so only 1 Ogress Champion that you could do, so there's a lot more time to chop down the logs. But I've also got a fruit bat, which will just, of course, it will generate stuff over time. A magpie is much better for doing this, and it will just generate jewelry and stuff. I've also got some fruitful scrolls, and just to use with the fruit bat in case I want to grab some papayas, and I just got a food just in case I get attacked a bit. To get there the method is exactly the same. Just rub your ring of dueling or use the spirit tree and it'll teleport you right here. Now if you can't get to the bank over here as a first resort, then you might want to keep your ring, depending on whether you want to make the run back every time. It is a fairly long run, but it's not too long considering the amount of time that you're probably going to be there. Now using the bank over here is really important, and you can make quite a lot of money while you're here, even though the Ogress Champions themselves don't have any good drops. Here is the Ogress Champion that you're going to be killing, and over here is the safe spot. So just change to rapid or whatever you choose, and you can get it trapped on any of these things here, but watch out, it will slip through these 2 if you stand a funny angle. So it will just slip through those 2. But you can get it trapped on this red banner. You can even, it spawns approximately here. You can even get it trapped on this lavender. It's really stupid. It just kind of stands there. But as soon as you've got this 1 kill, you might want to summon your fruit bat, because that will start generating things. And as you can see, you can withdraw from it. But it hasn't collected anything just yet. It collects watermelon seeds. As I said, a magpie is probably the best thing to collect things over time that you can get. Now you can either come over here and collect eucalyptus logs, or you can do a little bit of both. You can cast fruitful while chopping down the logs. So every time you get a log, you can just cast fruitful, and then fruit will be dropping, and papayas. Now I would strongly recommend keeping these papayas. As you can see already, I've just made tons of money. Also, of course, you need to pick up the drops, and then the respawn is not too long, even though it does seem to be taking a while to respawn just now. There we go. The respawn is not incredibly long. It's only a moderate amount of time. Don't go any further than approximately here, because then it will start walking backwards. But as you can see, you can take them down incredibly quickly and collect quite a lot of charms. I'm going to show you where the bank is in just a second. As I said, as a first resort quest, you have to have started it to be able to use any of the shops or the bank. But I'm going to show you, I haven't done it, but I'm going to show you there's a shop in there where you can buy some stuff and then go back maybe every hour and make quite a lot of money just from buying some things. So if I come over here, just bury these bones. Now you'll see that there's a bunch of random things everywhere. There's these pits. Some of them might be useful. Yeah, but I think you have to have done the quest even still just to hop into those. Now this is the shop for buying what you need to buy. Here is a bank. I cannot use it yet because I have not done the quest, but that's just a normal bank. Here is the shop. So you trade this person, and he sells raw beef, which costs 59, but you can sell it for 295, and he sells 300 of those. And because the bank is right there, you can just buy loads, bank it, buy loads, bank it, and then come back in like an hour, and then you'll be done. And as you can see, my fruit bat has already started collecting things. Strawberry obviously isn't worth very much money, but it does collect watermelons. Even they're not worth very much money, but the watermelon seeds are really what makes money with this fruit bat. Just in case you wanted to use magic on these for whatever reason, this is the kind of magic setup that I would go for. I've got full arums, but you in no way need to take anything this good. You can just take some basic mystic. I've also got an arcane stream necklace, best necklace you can take right there. Sarah cape, polypore staff, Azami's book, ring of wealth, infinity boots, Regia brace. Any worse stuff for magic, anything which increases magic percentage is the best thing to take, and then it's magic attack bonus. Now for the inventory, I just got a rune hatchet. I got a Vecna skull, which increases your magic level by 7 levels for 8 minutes, so it's basically like an infinite magic potion. Incredibly useful that it boosts your magic damage. Just some food, some fruitful scrolls, a ring of jewelling to get there, and a fruit bat pouch. Okay, so I'm back at the safe spot just to quickly show you how you do the magic one. It is the same as the rest. You just kill this Ogress Champion. As you can see, you can kill it incredibly quickly with magic. It is extremely weak to it. But the cost of the magic spells, even though the cost of the polypore staff is not very expensive at all, it still does take up a tiny bit more money than you would probably like. Also, what I forgot to say was when you're chopping down eucalyptus logs just here, you should light them. Every time you get one, just cast fruitful. Carry on chopping. Every time you get one, just cast fruitful again, and then at the end, I'm just do a quick little bit for you to see, and that's pretty much the end of the video, guys. Could you please click share down below? Also, thumbs up this video and everything else. It really does help when you guys support the video. So thank you very much. You could also light these logs kind of in between hits if you want to, if you've got a high fire making level. If not, it won't work out too well for you, but that's pretty much what you could do. You can drop them on the floor in a line, do whatever with them, just light them, and then be casting fruitful all the time. Just as soon as you get a spare second, just cast fruitful, and that will easily repay the magic costs. But thank you very much for watching, guys. Goodbye.